Previously on this Summoner series, I was so close to the brink of insanity. You know when someone makes a hyperbole statement and says they're going to tickle someone to death and aren't meant to be taken seriously? Well, if you were in my shoes at this exact moment, you would have erased that word from the dictionary because I was literally tickles away from death. Onto the video. Now before I go on, if you have not watched the previous videos, I will leave those down in the description or the comments. I'm still not sure. I do recommend you watch those first, but I can't make you do it. Just suggesting you do. Watch them. Pretty please. So as you saw in the beginning, the first thing I did in hard mode was take out deer claps. It honestly just felt like unfinished business. And to be completely honest with you, the fight was so ass, I don't even feel like showing it. It really went about how you would expect. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Matter of fact, well, look who we found sniffing about. I don't know how that happened. If you don't find it, it finds you. Aha. No? Okay. And we get our hands on our very first spider fang. We need the black recluses. Like I said, I was a little surprised by how quickly I actually got them. But yeah, anyways, we get the set. And speaking of the devil, you don't ask any questions. This is how I fight this guy. It's not that he's a hard boss, he's just a little intimidating. Bruh to the no, to the no, no. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I was feeling ready to take on the first official boss of hard mode, Queen Slime. Whoops, I did not notice, but the first attempt you saw, it was actually the second one. This one you're seeing right now is the first one. On both first attempts, I got her down to her last quarter health. I was legit just minding my own business, building a house for the feral chick and the golfer when, out of nowhere, King Slime spawned. He had actually spawned one more time prior this one, but I didn't record, so I just let it slide. And then he spawned again, but this time I recorded because I was like, is this a bug? Like, what is this? What triggered his arrival? I don't know if this is like a 1 in a billion chance, or does this have an explanation? I kind of felt like I had to include this in the video because it's so unusual and so weird. He just spawned out of nowhere for no reason. 2 times. Okay, 3 times the charm. Every time I say that, something bad happens. I should really be learning from my mistakes. Regardless of the difficulty, Queen Slime isn't usually this much of an issue. There's just so much stuff on the screen, it's really hard to dodge. And with our low defense, it's really hard. I ran off too far to the side and I accidentally despawned Queen Slime. So I quickly grabbed another summon and I went back right away. That had to be the most intense fight I've had since the Wall of Flesh. Well, that was it. Like, you get the point. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the seventh boss has been defeated. Queen Slime. You've gotta put some respect on her name, bro. This boss has been the craziest one so far. I summoned her again because if you didn't know, she drops the blade staff, a summoner we need to help us with the twins, the destroyer, and Skeletron Prime. We had to beat her again, bro, because she didn't drop what we needed. I summoned her again, but let's be real, I got lucky. I wasn't gonna beat her again. Well, why don't you just try and progress without the blade staff? That was probably dumb luck. Let's try the twins. You know what? Let's try again. Ooh, that gave me flashbacks, dude. Remember the destroyer? This guy, this guy's gonna give me nightmares. To be completely honest with you, at this moment, I had no idea what to do. I couldn't beat Queen Slime again for the blade stuff, and I couldn't progress and get the Durendo whip. But I could not give up. I spent some time online and I did some research, and I found another weapon that we can obtain at this stage of the game. That was the Sanguine Staff. But I had forgotten we were now in hard mode, and this night was so painful. It was the most painful night I have ever had to endure in this flippin' game. It was honestly more annoyance than it was difficult because these animals did not let me fish the entire night. It was so frustrating. It was so annoying to deal with this. Let's try again, dude. Did I mention that I didn't have any bloody tears? I had to sleep for 5 days. And finally, bro, another blood moon spawned. Oh, I was so glad. I was so glad. Hopefully everything turns out okay this night, cause I do not want to do this again, bro. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, my anti annoying animals, annoying F. Okay, you know what I mean. Aside from the usual repetitive loot and stupid zombie mermaids, we finally get this guy. There he is. There he is. We finally get him. My live reaction to this was so hilarious. I wasn't recording, but it was so funny because I've never seen this thing before. The only things that I knew you could fish while in a blood moon were the Dread Nautilus, Zombie Merman, and the Wandering Eye. I had no idea this thing existed, and it was really funny. The night was over and I slept the entire day away because I was planning on fighting Skeletron Prime, but in the middle of it, the blood moon started rising. This thing is so unpredictable, and it's just really hard to like dodge it, bro. Nothing, bro. Oh, I'm going insane. Come on, come on. It's still not 4 a.m. Oh shit! Oh no no no! Please, what the fuck? What is that thing, bro? Look, I've died so many times. This entire thing is a graveyard. This is insane, bro. Nothing. Come on, dude. No, it's shit. No. You know, the thing is, this is like a dilemma. Would you rather die or would you rather die? The thing is, there is no other whip that is better than this one, and the only summons that are better than the spider staff are the sanguine staff or the blade staff. This is kind of bad for us. I tried and I keep dying. Oh, this is bad. This is actually bad. After 4 quick little attempts at beating the wall of flesh, I get the firecracker. You know what's funny is that I did not even know the firecracker existed. Like I said, I've been spending a lot of time doing research, and once I get it, thinking it was better than the cool whip, oh, it's so ass. It's just so ass. I end up relying a lot more on the cool whip. Like, I do understand that in order to optimize damage, you are supposed to use multiple whips in order to inflict different kinds of damage, but the thing is that it's not reliable. Trust me, I've tried and it's just not reliable. You know, I honestly couldn't tell you how many times I fought Queen Slime by this point. So I decided to fight Skeletron Prime now. In my opinion, I think Skeletron Prime is the easiest boss to fight. That is, because it's really easy to memorize his patterns, and it's an easier rinse and repeat. Aside from his spinning face and the huge damage output, the only real thing that should concern you is the time. Can you beat him in time? We aren't doing a lot of damage, and this guy has over 53,000 health. Honestly, I don't think this fight went too bad considering it was my first try. I think he might be the first boss that I beat out of the three mechanical bosses. I don't think he's the hardest. I don't think he's really a hard boss. Well, this fight did not go according to plan, and neither did the next one. This video would easily be over an hour long if I went through every single fight I've had with this fat, gelatinous, gooey piece of gel gelatinous son of a... I think it's obvious. These slimy foes are our greatest adversaries. After God knows how many attempts, I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, the final attempt. I even get the Queen Slime trophy, which means I've killed her probably like 5 times by now. There were times where I killed her, sometimes she killed me. It was a disaster, but I finally get the stupid blade step. It actually took me so long to get this. It actually kind of demotivated me. This video took longer than it should have. It's actually taken me really long to make this video. But yes, aside from that, our greatest adversary is finally out of the way, and I am very excited to finally have a go at the mechanical bosses. And trust me, I've already recorded a few of our fights, and it is looking phenomenal. But like I said, that's gonna be for another video. This video is already too long. I'll make some, next video I'm definitely gonna try to keep things shorter. I think I overdid it in this video. I dedicated the entire video to me trying to get this stupid blade stab. But, like I said, I already tried it out. It's amazing. It's an amazing weapon. It's doing its job against the destroyer.